How you guys doing?
Good.
Fine, how are you doing?
All right.
We're doing great.
Welcome to the show.
Good to
Thank
be
you
here.
so
Thanks
much.
for having
Great to be
us.
here.
How did this group come about? Now, two of you are cousins? Or
Yeah, myself and Jay were cousins from Columbus, Ohio, and Jay actually moved to Nashville, and he talked me into moving down there, quitting my job in Ohio.
No, I had to beg him. He's not telling you the whole truth.
yeah,
I had to beg him to move down to Nashville. Yeah, he had a great job up there, and he'd been working up there for a long time, making good money. I said, buddy, won't you come down here and be poor with me for a little bit?
Yeah, and I moved there, and we were poor. And
we were
still
poor.
are
We lived
poor,
in a
but no.
one-bedroom apartment for about a year together, playing a lot of the honky-tonks and clubs around Nashville, Tennessee, and finally I landed a job with Shelley Wright. I was her band leader for about 2 years, and we needed a guitar player and hired Joe Don Rooney from Oklahoma. Yep. And at the same time, Gary and I were playing downtown Nashville. One of the nights, our guitar player couldn't show up, so I asked Joe Don, whom I'd met through Shelley, to come and fill in. And the rest, as they say, is history.
It's kind of funny because I was doing my own thing in town, but I was looking for two cousins to start a trio with.
Really strange how that all worked out there.
I grew up in Oklahoma, and they grew up in Ohio, you know, and them being cousins, they kind of grew up together, you know, off and on, I think, through their childhood. But I think our lives in music parallel each other in the sense that all the styles are the same that we've been into all of our lives. And
all the influences and all the upbringing, even as far as being raised by good Christian parents and things like that. But at the core of what we are as people, we're so much the same, it was uncanny.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know?
Now, what about the name Rascal Flatts? Who came up with that idea, and what does it mean?
Rascal Flatts means nothing. I wish that I could make something up that'd be cool to tell everybody out there. So if you guys have any suggestions, if you want to make something up for Rascal Flatts, let us know. But anyway, we were getting ready to sign with Lyric Street, and the little honky-tonk we were playing in Nashville. One night we just mentioned from stage, you know, if you guys got any ideas for something really cool, let us know. And a friend of ours comes in and he says, boys, this is last call, you know, he comes in and says, boys, I can talk to y'all for a minute. Well, see, back here in the 60s, a few friends of mine around the neighborhood and whatnot, we got this little gay garage band together, boys, and we used to call ourselves Rascal Flatts. And he said, by God, that's y'all's name right there.
That's it.
Is that how he talks?
That's exactly
how he talks. He's suing us now. But no, I'm just kidding. No, he was.
His name, did you?
No.
We paid his tab and stole his name.
There you go.
And here we are.
Your self-titled album, Rascal Flatts, is filled with harmonies, and they are unbelievable. Do you consider this a strong selling point for that album?
Yeah, absolutely.
I would say so. I mean,
I think that's what we're basically about. We're, you know, a trio. We're a vocal group, and we do pride ourselves in the fact that we sing harmony. I mean, that's what we're all about.
This is different than other albums out on the shelf right now.
You know, and that's one reason why Lyric Street wanted to put us out there so quick, because there was just a void in country music that didn't have that.
We kind of have the philosophy that if we couldn't do something a little bit different, there wasn't any use to do it. You know, honestly.
Because it's being in Nashville and actually trying to get a record deal and having a real, true, honest shot at getting a deal. I think these days you have to be different. I think there's enough Tracy Birds and stuff.
Exactly.
And you know, it's hard to fill their shoes. You know what I mean? I mean
Does this album show off your influences in R&B, pop, country, and bluegrass?
I think we covered all bases on this album. If we had to go, it's one of these albums that when we listen to it, you know, and we're really proud of it. And a lot of times you can go back and listen to it and say, well, I'd like to change that. I wouldn't change a thing on this. I think we all are
good to go on
totally
all songs?
satisfied. Yeah.
Of all the songs, which gets the most response out on stage?
Probably my song, the one I wrote. I'd have to say.
Which one is that? I'm looking for it now.
Not just me, I would have to say, probably. No.
Jay co-wrote.
Yeah. No, actually,
it's not
just me. Yeah, absolutely. But I would say the biggest response we get right now is probably "Praying for Daylight."
Is it? Well, that's the one that's out there.
Yeah.
Some say it's a fun song.
Yeah.
Very fun song. That's a
In
great
what way?
Well, it's kind of got a keenness to it that goes along really nicely that a lot of people don't recognize right off the bat. But I think if you look over history around the turn of the century, a lot of people were trying to do a lot of the Sealand Barn and Sons that they did when we did that song, and I think that's what's really going to make a difference in that tune.
It just kind of makes you. It's just it's a great summer song.
What do you think we take a break and show Praying for Daylight?
Okay, let's
Before
do
we
it.
show that, tell us something unusual that happened during the taping of that video.
I'll tell you one thing right now. We're upset because Joe Don's butt is in the video way more times
Yeah.
than ours is.
Yeah.
boy.
We got no butt shots. Look for his butt because it's real noticeable.
You don't
It's
have to
right
look
there.
for it.
Okay,
Well,
that's right.
It's praying for daylight in Sudzin country right now, Rascal Flatts. Hey.
I think these days in country music and at the Opry or radio, there's so many different kinds. Take your pick on what you want to hear because there's something for everybody in country music now.
We've been asked a lot of times by some folks the questions as simple as, well, y'all boys don't have boots and hats on
Yeah.
and you play country music. And I firmly believe that country is a way of life. It's not about a look. It's not about how you look. Country is how you were raised and how you live your life.
Right.
And I think that so many people have this misconception, and hopefully we're doing a little bit to kind of change that.
If it wasn't for singing, what would be your second career choice?
Singing.
Singing. How old were you guys when you said, yes, I want to sing for a living?
It was last week.
Last week.
I
I'm
think
pretty-
is when I
pretty-
said.
I was probably
Uh,
17 or 18, but
Yeah.
being from Columbus, Ohio, you really don't have, you don't know where to get started. That's what took
Right.
me so long, to finally move to Nashville and get things going. Because you just, in Ohio,
My
you know,
earliest memory is 8 years old, I think, standing on stage in church, singing a song with my family and thinking, you know what?
This is it.
These people are clapping for me, man. This is cool.
Yeah, why?
Get used to that.
Man.
Get some money off these folks.
That was kind of...
That's your playground, Dad. Get some money for
I really do remember that, and
Yeah.
I was like, hey, I know you ain't supposed to want to be recognized in church, but Lord have mercy, I'm going to be dating some church girl. Because I'm going to be singing.
Boy.
yeah,
Picking up girls in church.
is that awful?
Were there ever any embarrassing moments on stage?
Oh,
On the show?
there's been a bunch, I think.
What
On
about the
chords.
time you were mouthing the wrong words to the CD that was playing when we were up there singing?
Oh,
Don't believe that.
Oh, no, is this on? I didn't know this mic.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
What's the highlight of your show on stage?
Probably where we do the Speedos routine. We
Okay.
come out there and do a strip
Let's
thing, and it's kind
That'll
of...
work.
Oh.
Rose,
Give it away.
clean your,
Sounds
clean your
good to
contact
me.
lenses for that?
Oh, yeah.
know
Can't
what,
wait
we-
to see this show.
Our show, honestly, is like a roller coaster ride. We have ups
Is
and
it?
downs and ups and downs. We just take everybody on an emotional journey.
It's an emotional
Okay.
roller coaster,
Good.
baby.
Good.
Well, we try our best.
What we try to do is take people through peaks and valleys, peaks and valleys.
Do it.